One benefit of the strong emotional response that can accompany belief creation is that it's felt throughout the entire body, which means that often your biggest clue in figuring out a limiting belief is to pay attention to what's happening in your body while upsetting situations are happening. Is my throat tight? Are my hands sweating? Does my chest feel tight? How's my breathing? Is my body tense? Are my arms crossed? These are all ways that tell us that we're experiencing emotional sensations in our body. We can use these somatic or body felt signals as a type of footprint that we can track back over time to discover any situational patterns where we may have experienced this body sensation before. Follow it back as far as you can in your memory. Quite often, there's a thought pattern or belief that went with it that may not be serving you now. Beliefs can work for a long time. Some of us can even unknowingly select careers off them. Many of the skills that we develop in order to be accepted, loved, or feel calmer in our bodies as children become developed skills that are useful in society. But eventually, some of our beliefs may need an update, which makes sense because none of us are exactly the same people that we were 30 or 40 years ago anyway, right? And the world we live in has changed too. Another thing we as adults don't realize is that as kids, most of us grew up only learning about the five external senses of sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. Until recently, kids typically aren't taught internal body awareness or that the sensations they experience on the inside are also very normal and healthy. So if you didn't learn about this and as a kid, you suddenly experienced a surge of adrenaline and no one explained it to you, there's a good chance that your tiny brain came up with a meaning that repeated over and over without being corrected, which is why over time, an inaccurate belief can easily be formed. Thankfully, body awareness and the naming of internal emotional sensations are now starting to be taught at much younger ages. But we can also learn this as adults as well. Our bodies remain highly adaptable throughout our life. It may just take more time and effort.